welcome back, friends, family, fans of the show, to another episode of whatever the fuck this is. My name is kwolm. Welcome back. The beta's over, dude. I know. I'm mad about it, you're mad about it, we're all fucking mad about it. The beta's over, but it's gonna be here in October, so we got some time. Now let's talk about it. So the first thing that you want to do when you get into the beta, you want to edit your graphic settings, dude. You want to turn off all your motion blur, all your screen shake, all of your everything. The chromatic aberration, the vignette, and whatever the other thing is, the fucking, the lens, grain, or some bullshit like that. Like, turn all that shit the fuck off. It doesn't help anything for you. It just, like, they do it for immersion. I don't think it does anything for the immersion. I could be wrong, who knows, you know? That's kind of case specific. That's up to you guys to determine that for yourselves, but it doesn't do anything for you competitively. Bam. Okay, so music's over. Let's talk about what we're gonna stream today. I'm actually, like, kind of into... So, did you guys see the new op? Like, did you guys see, like, the new op? Like... for Rainbow. Sorry, I spaced out a lot. I was just, like, checking out the... Hold on. Big day, huge drama news. Enough, dude. Enough, bro. I'm so sick of drama. Like, and I'm about to stir some up right now. I'm sick of drama. I'm sick of, like, channels that, like, react to shitty things that happen. Bro, can we just get back into playing games? Let's talk about games, dude. The new op, his name is... I don't even remember what the fuck his name is. He's from Switzerland or some shit, you know? Like, hold on, let's actually go to YouTube right now. Let's pull this bitch up. Bam, okay. Okay, here's what we'll react to. We'll react to Bolo, okay? We'll react to Bolo, and we'll bring in the whole, like, let's go to the display capture. Let's go here. So here we are on YouTube. We're on the kwolm YouTube page. Let's react to this together. Hold on. Actually, let's talk real quick. Let's talk real quick because I want to get two things out of the way. A, I need to fix the overlays. B, where's this bitch at? Okay, my scenes. Let me fix something on the own.gg shit. Let me fix something on the own.gg shit. I'm almost there. Okay? Hold on. Boom. Right there. That should change. Boom. It is changed. Cool. Sick. Done. Okay. Let me change this as well. Boom. Sick. Done. Okay. Cool. Cool. Saved. Alright. Let's get that shit out of the way. Okay. Display capture. Boom. Here we are in YouTube. Let's... Yo, I'll join later. I'm eating pizza around 4 to 4:30. Okay, sick. Nice. Good to see you here, brother. All right, hold on. Let's take a quick little look-see.
What's up, guys? Today, Ubisoft gave me a little sneak peek at Year 10 Season 3. The next season, Operation High Stakes, with a brand new operator and a bunch of other cool changes.
What's his name?
Some modernized maps.
Wait,
Denari is the new operator.
Denari.
He has the Ella Scorpion and a brand new secondary shotgun that is a slug, so you can fight people long range with it.
Why is it so grainy on the throw path?
It's definitely unique. It's like laser traps, and you can connect them and like block the door. I think it'll be good for like the roam, not necessarily too much on like...
Yeah, I don't like how the lasers look like that. Like, they look really pixelated. This could just be like YouTube's shit, you know what I mean? Ultimately it probably will look different.
And with this new season, we finally have 3 new modernized maps from CJX with all the fire extinguishers and all the other fun stuff. Lair, Labs, and Consulate have all been revamped to that CJX standard. And some of the crazier balance changes is they actually buffed the Raura Glock with the Switch. And I had an absolute blast with it. They gave it to defenders and attackers. They gave it to Oryx, Pulse, Rook, Ying, and Sledge.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Sledge finally got some fucking love, dude. Finally. He's been so, like, lackluster ever since they took away the ability to cook grenades, like, years ago. That shit sucked. But, and he, by the way, for those of you who don't know this, Sledge used to have an SMG-11. Yes. He used to have an SMG-11. He had the MAC-10, or the MAC-11. He had the MAC-11, dude. And I think in the beginning... I don't know if this was just for smoke or everyone was able to use it, but the SMG-11 had an ACOG scope on it. That was like spawn kill city for that fucking game. Like, that shit was crazy, dude. And let's see. They took it away from him. They took it away from him. They made it. I don't know why they did that, because they gave operators like Glaz a fuck. Well, I mean, like let's be real. Sledge. You know what? It really doesn't make sense that they took away his SMG-11, but L85A2 shotgun combo. He's a really great operator. Like, he's just a great operator to be involved in. Giving him the Glock, huge. WUB. Bigger W, giving it to Pulse. So Pulse, and I'll say this, so they're taking away the ACOG for all defenders, right? So Castle on his UMP won't have an ACOG scope anymore, which was one of the larger selling points of playing Castle. Pulse will now become a shoddy fucking Glock combo. Like, no one, I will argue now that no one will play that at all. Like, no one will play that. No one will play UMP on Pulse anymore. I don't know why I'm so, like, foggy-brained right now. But I feel like that's huge. I feel like it's huge for Pulse. I feel like it's huge for Pulse mains. Not that there are any more of those, but Pulse is huge, because now you'll be able to swap from HBS, the heartbeat sensor, to your shotgun faster, and then when you're getting into like 1v1 engagements that like let's say you're roaming downstairs and you're trying to get like through the floor nitro kills, like if you're on border or some shit like that, which is something that I like to do. Now when people are searching for you, you're going to have something that has a higher fire rate than the UMP, which is huge. And with a higher fire rate, that makes it more of like a high potentiality for headshots, because it's a one headshot kill game. Let's
finally has a machine pistol.
Let's continue.
Again. I can't believe it, guys. We're so back. Well, Mai's got the super shorty now. Legion lost his super shorty. They even gave Rook a nitro, as you'll see in the game.
This makes no sense. This right here, I don't think, like, this is an unnecessary addition to Rook's kit. Let me explain something. Here's how Ubisoft, like, does buffs and nerfs, right? They look at the pick rate of operators, and they determine, like, okay, this guy is not getting picked. They want all of the operators to get picked the same rate, which is stupid. It's inherently a problem. Rook gets a nitro now.
I had an absolute blast playing Rook. I think they're definitely trying to make Rook a thing now, which I think is actually...
Notice what he said. He said, make Rook a thing. Rook was always a thing. People make the mistake of choosing operators for just their weapon or just their gadget choice, right? An operator should be chosen based on the tactical applicability of their ability, right? And their gadgets and their weapon. It's a whole package deal. And Rook was good because he had an ACOG and had the ability to give people a buff, like his whole team a buff that allowed them to self-revive the armor plates. Now, which I don't know what I think Rook had proximity alarms and impact grenades. I don't know what they're swapping out for a nitro. If it's the impact grenades, sure, dude. Wait a minute. Oh, they gave Rook the Glock, dude? Okay, hold on. This could be kit. This could be comp right here. They gave Rook the Glock. So any kind of rotational ability that you had, they better not take away his proxes, dude. That's actually fucking dumb. If they take away the impact grenades, he can still make rotates with the shotgun. Okay, this kit that you see Bolo using right here is actually huge. I'll say that. I'll say that and I'll take it.
Happening. There's probably a bunch of other stuff that I'm missing here. There's so much in this new season. I had a blast playing it. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Peace out, boys. This is kind of sick, actually.
So right here you see like the new shotgun. The new shotgun pistol, I should say. It has 4 rounds. They're all slugs. It's just gonna be you're gonna see people try to line up pixel peaks with this all the time, and it's gonna be the right move. So I was watching like a fight between, not a fight, like a custom games match between, can't remember who it was. Oh yeah, it was Nugget and Varsity. And 2 shots to the body at a certain distance just takes away 80 health. 90 maybe. So this shit's cool right here. You're not going to be able to get it back.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So the only way to get this back is probably going to be the same thing that you do to get your nitro back if you throw it on the ceiling. It's probably only going to be, like, pullable. Not pullable. But you can only get it back if it's on a destructible surface on the ceiling and you're able to destroy the boards around it that are connecting it to that surface.
I want to put it in the grass, bro. Yeah, we'll let it rock with that.
That's cool.
Bro, am I with a shotgun? That's crazy.
It's super weird. Kind of like it though.
I do like the Womai with the shotgun. I don't know why they took it away from Legion, but, you know, whatever.
Alright, I'm all out of my trappy.
Can enemies see this?
IT and Aqua.
Or dead.
Oh, I didn't get my armor. Oh, my raptors.
I got you.
Thank you, dude.
Interesting line.
Yo, what are these guys up to? They're joining con to pillar.
Got connector in. Connector.
Whoa, the first ever rook nectar, huh?
Brand is connector.
Oh, he has Skittles with him.
Is there 2 con connector?
It's going for audio. The game is frozen. Yeah, there's 2 in connector.
Just Royal.
0 to 8.
Ash pillar.
Or dead.
We're con side, not in pillar yet.
Still
I'm with you.
Oof.
That's the cap.
Nice.
Ooh, hit the inspect, guys. Inspect for the last, surely. He was con side. Nice.
Yo. Wow, guys.
Yo, dude, I put all my traps down and they just go the other way?
I mean, they did drone you. Thank you.
Am I cooking or am I...
Oh, it's called a trip connector.
Looking good so far. Actually,
No, this is not... Ooh.
Can
What
you walk
the
up
fuck
to
is
that?
this? He said walk right this way, gentlemen.
Alright, those ones are cooked. Let me see what we got.
It started off good.
Watch out.
God, what a horrible way to use them.
Where's the echo drum? I hear it. Oh,
What floor is up here, by the way? Look, I'm music.
Jeez, can I not?
I think it's the towel, bro. Or with that blanket or whatever the fuck that was. I don't think that they get hit by that. I think they hop in. I think the one on the right side will. But I noticed that, like, when you fly through,
No,
like, let's say you rappel in and someone's tried to, like, cap can it. Not like cap can it, but like it's on the floor directly in front. You know how, like, when you rappel in, you, like, land a little bit further than the window. You completely bypass them if it's right on the wall, like he's done here.
I have a cam.
So that's why I'm saying the one that's at, like, I wonder if we see it again. There's that pistol.
On the bridge.
By the way, the shock effect lasts for so long. So long. Like, it's gonna get nerfed. It's way too fucking long.
One more, IT side.
Nice.
Last two should be breach in IT, one definitely IT.
Yeah.
Looking through headholes right now. Last one IT door. In IT door inside.
He gets 7 of those things. He gets 7 of those things, and the laser lasts for so long. Like when you get hit by it, it slows you, and it takes away a lot of health. Like a lot. I think it takes like maybe 5 charges together to completely kill a person. Where are we at?
One breach.
Yeah, I'm just showing breach side.
I got the vert above, anyways.
Alright. I'll swing off you. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, not above breach.
You're good. Here, do you have hatch?
No, hatch is closed.
What's today? Sunday? Today's Sunday, yeah.
He has a vault. Going back to IT.
I do kind of want to... Okay, so I was
Stuff
watching
to
this
the
earlier.
perimeter and finally build this creeper farm. We're gonna start with the spawning platform, which is built as low as possible. Mob spawning.
This just
increases
fascinated
the
me. I
lower
want to like
down
watch
you
this
go,
with you guys.
So I'm building it right above bedrock. Every 2 blocks there's a dispenser, and in each dispenser is a boat.
What?
There needs to be water above each dispenser, and ice is the easiest way to do that. If you break ice above a block, it'll turn into water, and then I'm using mangrove roots to waterlog it. 4 sea pickles go on top of each mangrove root. The walls of the farm are going to be tinted glass. It doesn't technically have to be tinted glass, but you can see through it and it keeps out the light. To make sure only creepers will spawn, we gotta place a layer of trapdoors. On the layer above is where the portals are going to be. More ice for waterlogged stairs. Carpet goes on each of those stairs. Now we gotta finish up the portals and make sure those are spawn proof with some slabs. Now we dispense the boats from the dispensers, which are now perfectly aligned. And finally, a zombie pigman trap on each side. The way that the farm works is that the creepers spawn in there, they get picked up instantly by the boats, and their head is poking above, touching the portal, so they get teleported to the nether. That means we need to build a nether side to kill the creepers and collect the gunpowder. This is what the killing chamber on the nether side looks like. This portal should be perfectly aligned to link to the portal in the overworld. Perfect. So, when the creepers get teleported, they're gonna fall down here, die from fall damage, and then the items are gonna get moved by the pistons, and then we'll build the collection system later. For now, let's light the rest of the portals. Ugh, one more left. Okay, right now, well, we can see that the pigment trap is working, but creepers are not spawning because of the mob switch that I have in my world. In the previous videos, I made a mob switch which prevents mob spawning across the entire world. Here we have 70 zombie villagers on the edge of the spawn chunks, and if we push them to the side, the mob switch should turn off. Now, I kinda screwed up when I was choosing the spot to build the perimeter. The mob switch is off right now, which means that mobs should be spawning, but if I fly over and take a look inside the farm, I don't see any creepers spawning. And then if we check in the nether, yep, nothing. I discovered this issue back when I tried using my original gunpowder farm to make the splash potions in the slime farm. In the AFK spot, even with the mob switch off, creepers just wouldn't spawn. The reason that no creepers or any other mobs are spawning is because of the mob switch. It doesn't matter if it's on or off, it's just too close. To put it in perspective, that is where my farming area is, and over there is the spawn of my world. That's where the mob switch is at. My first thought was, okay, I'll just lower the render distance when I want to use the farm, but that didn't work. My second thought was to lower the simulation distance, but that didn't work either. My third thought was to try lowering the max shadow distance, and you're not going to believe it, but that didn't work either. The only way I'm going to be able to fix it is by killing all of these mobs and building a
What am I watching? I spent 1,000 days building farms in hardcore Minecraft, and I don't know why this fascinates me so much. I have no idea these grandiose machines that this guy is making, and I don't understand how they work, and they make no sense. So like a mob switch, I don't know what that is, but I just now figured it out, so nothing can spawn. But it's like, he's like, I moved all the zombie villagers to the left, and I'm like, how do you have zombie villagers if no mobs are spawning? I mean, okay, that's a stupid question, because obviously you would have them before. But like, what? You know what I mean? Like, moving them slightly to the left makes it so that they will spawn, but now they don't. I'm like, what? You know?
Another mob switch somewhere else. Luckily, I realized that I would have to do that.
I do still play Minecraft, right? But like, stuff like this makes no sense. Like, the way the game is coded, like, when you start to like... First of all, the coolest thing to me was when he was making this giant thing. Hold on, can we go back? Check it out. Let's watch from the beginning, okay? Oh, you gotta go? Okay, no worries.
1 out of 70 done. And then if we check in the nether, that didn't work. My second thought was to lower the simulation distance, but that didn't work either. My third thought was to try lowering the max shadow distance, and you're not gonna believe it, but that didn't work either. The only way I'm going to be able to fix it is by killing all of these mobs and building another mob switch somewhere else. Luckily, I realized that I would have to do that a while ago, so I've already got this new mob switch set up, and I've got a decent amount of villagers here. I modified the setup a little bit so that the villagers are going to be on the edge of a chunk. I converted all of the villagers that were stored up, and we've got 41 out of 70 done so far. This is a chunk loader, which means that this area is going to be loaded no matter where I'm at in the world. So while we wait for 30 more villagers to spawn, let's go finish the gunpowder farm. When I was working on the perimeter,
Bye, later, dude. See you later. Have a good day. Enjoy your pizza.
He built the same farm design that I did, but he did it 4 times. So, yeah, I kind of want to do that too. Don't worry about the materials. I took the 3 extra farms into account when gathering the materials earlier. The build process was pretty much the exact same as the first time, but times 3. I would like to make it clear that I do not recommend building more than one of these farms to pretty much anyone. Even if you're on a server, one of these is going to be plenty. My least favorite part about the project was dispensing each of the boats. I'm sure there's a more optimal method than what I did, but whatever. To finish up, I lit the portals, I got rid of the beacons I was using for speed, and I got rid of some of the world eater where mobs might spawn. I should be destroying the entire thing since I'm done with it, but I'll save that for later. Kind of unrelated, when I was building the farms, when I came out of a portal, everything was black, and I've never seen this glitch before. I don't know if this is caused by one or more mods that I have installed, or if this is a default Minecraft thing, I don't know. Between working on that, I got all of the zombie villagers. There's currently 70 zombie villagers right there that we can push from side to side. This is the same design that I have in my spawn chunks, except this is the middle of nowhere. To finish it up, I have to build an ender pearl stasis chamber a few chunks away, which is going to keep this area loaded at all times. Let's leave this on and go destroy the other
What was that?
switch. Alright, it hurts to do this, but here we go. Even though we just killed all those zombies, there should not be any mob spawning because we left the other one on. It is night right now. I have a setting that makes it easier to see the video. And looks good. Nothing is spawning. Now we turn it off. It is daytime, but if we take a peek with free cam, we can see that there are mobs now spawning. Now it is time to approach the creeper farm. I don't have to turn anything on. As soon as I get close to it, they're gonna start spawning. With this farm, you gotta be really careful that your portals are all aligned correctly, because you don't want the creepers generating a new portal and then crashing your game by spilling into the wrong portal. I already did the aligning. I checked that each corner still goes to the same portal, so let's just go. This room in the middle, this is the AFK spot. It's a bit hard to see, but it is running right now. It looks like the creepers are spawning in and then disappearing in an instant, which is kind of what is happening. Now we gotta go back to the portal in my starter base. Like I said earlier, make sure that no creepers are generating any new portals, because that can be pretty bad. We're not going to see any creepers falling through the portals here because I'm not standing in the middle of the farm anymore. When the farm is running, the nether side looks insane, and I'll show you what that looks like later. If you remember how long I was standing in the middle of those farms, that generated all of this gunpowder, and we can use this clock to push it all down. Yeah, not even a minute, and this is insane. After working on this for months, it's good to finally have something to show for it. The final step is to build the collection system with all the shulker loaders and whatnot. The end is in sight, and I'm excited to finally finish this project. This collection system is something I designed, kind of. It's more like I took a bunch of other people's designs and then cramped them all together to make this. The reason I'm building it at the very end is because I need a ton of gunpowder to kind of get the system ready. If I was to wait to do that, I'd have to crawl through the system and...
Is that gunpowder? Is that all just like 3D modeled gunpowder? That's insane.
manually fill up all of the hoppers and dispensers with gunpowder,
Crazy.
and I don't want to deal with that. Well, this is it. This here is a shulker box creator. Whenever the loader is empty, it'll craft a new shulker from the raw materials. It's basically a compressed empty shulker box storage. The rest of it is a line of shulker box loaders. The reason that it changes direction is because I will be running this farm when I am in the overworld, which means I won't be loading these chunks myself, which means that the portal, which only loads like a 5x5 chunk area, will not load the chunks beyond here. Now I want to test the farm out. I'm gonna go AFK for 5 minutes, and I want to see how much gunpowder we get from 5 minutes of standing still. As I mentioned before, this farm is really fun to watch from the nether side, so here's what that looks like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, insane.
Wow, that's a lot of creeps.
I think I forgot to turn on the clock that pushes the items down. Yeah, look at all that.
Jeez Louise.
Most of that is just gonna get burned because it's so built up. Now we try that again. Alright, let's see how much. I have an idea because I've already tested this farm a bunch. And look at this. This is 22 shulkers full of gunpowder in just those 5 minutes, and I don't know how much gunpowder is kind of left over in the shulker loader. This farm...
What I'm just now realizing... Hold on. Let's go back to face. I need to see... Okay, so I need to switch a couple things around. I need to move over... Okay, hold on. Do copy. Do just chatting. Just chatting. Just chatting. Let's get that out of here. See that? I don't need to see people offering me stuff like viewers on Kick, which is like the majority of stuff that I've been able to see, dude. That shit gets annoying, bro. Hey, welcome back.
Farm generates 550,000 gunpowder per hour.
Jesus
If you wanted
Christ.
to make it even more efficient, you can destroy the bedrock and build it on the very bottom level of the world. It's a little too late for me to do that now, but building 4 of these farms is already going overboard. Now, with infinite gunpowder, I can craft as many rockets as I... Oh. Well, I still have 700 more days until the end of the 1000 days, so let's build a bigger sugarcane farm. In my survival world, I created this rocket factory, and on the inside is a pretty big sugarcane farm. I'm not going to build it by the gunpowder farm, but I do want to use a updated version of this sugarcane farm. Before survival, I put it together in a creative testing world. I attached 2 different item collections, one for sugarcane and a way to auto-craft the sugarcane into paper and then pack that, because I'm mostly going to be using this farm for paper anyways. One of the blocks that I need the most of is mud. It's not necessary for the farm because I could just use dirt instead, but the mud matches with my color palette for builds more. I built the fastest mud farm that I could find. Luckily, it is fully AFKable, but you still do need to supply the dirt to make mud. I probably do have enough dirt somewhere, but I haven't used this dirt farm since I built it like a year ago. It may not be the biggest, but this is probably the most redstone intensive farm I have in this entire world. It absolutely burns through bone meal, but it's super efficient, and I get logs as a bonus. Now I just stand here and place all of that dirt, and the mud farm does the rest. It feels good to not have to fly out to a mangrove swamp and dig all this. To make all of the pistons and the observers, I need 16.5 shulker boxes full of redstone, so let's go run that farm. Let's make sure this is on. Yep. Oh, and I always forget to turn off the mob switch. I ran the farm for a couple hours. I wasn't keeping track. I did it until I realized that it broke. It was a pretty easy fix, and the reason it broke was because frogs. Frogs got into the bottom area and messed with the minecarts. I ran it long enough to get 2 boxes full of redstone blocks, and that should be enough for now. All of the resources laid out here is what it takes to make just the pistons. To make the crafting a little less obnoxious, I use the mod item scroller to craft things really fast. Okay, this is all of the pistons. Now it's time to do the observers. Yay. Alright, here's all the materials for the observers. Using all of this cobblestone for the observers and the pistons made me realize I would benefit a lot
What's an observer?
from an upgraded cobblestone farm, so if I've got time, that's something I'd like to do later in this video. The observers are done, and that should be most of the crafting done. I need
What is an observer?
5.5 boxes of powered rails, so I'm going to use my duper farm thing. I just realized to make this a bit faster, I could temporarily use all of these for powered rails. You know what they say, work smarter, not harder, but work smarter to not wait longer or something, I don't know. Alright, powered rails, easy. My go-to building material, stone, I'll need some of that. Iron bars are pretty simple to get. I need some glass. I've been cooking some for, I don't even know, but I've got enough. I'm gonna dye it red, of course, and I have infinite poppies from the iron farm. I'll need some packed ice. I've got plenty of this from the icebergs I cleared in the last video. I'm using shroom lights as my light sources, so I ran the fungus farm and the stem farms. A dedicated shroom light farm is something that I would like to make in the future. I need some stone items, so I'll run the stone farm for a bit. And finally, all of this stuff. And that is all of the materials. I'll admit, it's a lot more than I thought that there was going to be, especially when you consider all the resources that are condensed into those pistons and observers. Next is finding the build location. Most of the farms that I've built in this world are in this area, but I'm not going to build it here for a couple reasons. The farm is going to be always on, if that makes sense. A lot of the farms in this area, like Netherwort Farm, any of the tree farms, they're all things that you can turn on and off. That means when I'm in this area, these farms aren't producing any lag. From now on, I want to build farms that are always on somewhere else to help protect this place from lag. There is one more thing that I need, and that is as much sugarcane as I can get. This is going to help kickstart the sugarcane farm, and as I'm building it, it's going to produce more and more, and I'll have plenty by then. I do not remember where this portal goes. Okay, wow, it is weird seeing the mountain range in some random portal because it spans such a giant area. I don't want to build it near the mountain, and I also want to avoid any biomes where water freezes because we're dealing with a lot of water in the farm. I think the desert would be the best place to build it, and I do
How does he
know
get his
where
nether to
desert
look
is.
like this?
I come out here every once in a while for coral and terracotta, and I think if I just fly out a little bit, this area or somewhere near here would be a good spot to build the farm, maybe above the water. I'm gonna go bring all the materials here. I think that should be possible in one trip. Okay, I've got everything. I'm sure I'm missing something. I am going to go ahead and build it over the water. That's the size that it's gonna be. The idea of this video revolves around days, but I keep on forgetting to check the day that I'm at. So, day 2203, let's see what we're at when this is all done. I started out with the collection area in which I'll be able to choose to store everything as sugarcane or paper. And besides this, every other part of the farm is pretty much a giant chunk of repeating tiny farms. Each repeating section of the farm is 6 by 9 by 3 blocks. And in the total giant cube farm thing that I'm building right now, there is 9 by 6 by 17, which means that we have a total 918 tiny farms that make up this giant farm. And that's all for now, because the cool thing about this farm is you can repeat it in any direction. As long as you just follow the patterns, you can build more and more and more until you get as much sugarcane as you want. I think you'll agree this is good enough for my single player world. If not, it's a little overboard. But if you haven't caught on already, that's kind of what I'm doing in this video. Besides the boredom of building the same thing over and over again, the hardest thing about building this farm was dealing with the water. In order to move all the items across in such a compact design while also being lossless, which means that every piece of sugarcane gets collected, the farm requires some pretty genius uses of water mechanics. What you first do is get all water sources on the bottom level. I did it with buckets, but you can probably also do this with ice. I'm not sure which would be faster. Then you place some temporary top slabs. These are waterlogged, so they don't get rid of the water. Then you're gonna place one flowing water, which is gonna move the items across. And the final step is to get rid of that should fix it. Okay, it should be running right now. Alright, now we can unleash the sugarcane. Oh, where did that glass go? Okay, as I mentioned, I'm a bit low on shulker shells, so that is what I'm going to be focusing on next. But to finish off here, let's pack everything up. I almost forgot to check what day I'm at. 2204. Alright, here are my shulker farms. This is the one that I currently use, and you know, so far it's been pretty good. As you can see, I've got a... For now, what I'm gonna do is tear down the old farm to kind of get it started. For the... Let's get rid of these bridges. I'm editing it down a lot, but imagine how annoying it is to constantly be hit by these levitation pellets that the shulkers shoot out. The frustration of not being able to get these shulkers in the farm is multiplied by constantly getting hit and having to wait 10 seconds for the levitation to run out. It is rough. My idea is basically to pick up a shulker with a minecart, which is pretty see me and try to shoot me. Not most people. The blocks arranged in a weird way. It was hard to keep track of even with Lightmatica. To align the TNT, this up, but this is where the increased rates. The process for creating this improved bone meal design is gonna hit the zombie piglin again. A bunch of pumpkins and mine them by hand. Before I realized it would be a lot faster.
Okay, that is significant brain rot. No frames lost. Huge. No frames lost. Oh, that's actually so massive. So massive.
Let's face it.
I've never played
Each
Don't
and every one of
Starve,
us has
but
gotten tired of this world at some point or another. Some return, others stay gone forever. What's important is that you enjoy the time you spend here in the constant. So here are some tips to maybe help your eventual return. Number 1, take it slow. Take the progression slower. There is no need to rush a champion sent down from the moon or activate the gateway that once powered the caves. It is okay if you haven't went to ruins by first winter, slain a raid boss or anything of the sort. Just try to take things a whole lot slower and less seriously. Number 2, attempt something different. Perhaps something such as starting in a different season, meddling with world settings, or just trying out an underutilized item or strategy. Remember, this is a sandbox game. No one can dictate how you have your fun.
I have no idea what I want. Ah, RuneScape. OSRS.
Oh, hey guys. I don't use this term lightly, but I think RuneScape is in a golden age right now. The biggest World of Warcraft players are addicted to the game. What? No! The player count is at all-time highs on a random Sunday, and in 30 minutes as of me recording this, we're about to have the biggest update of the year. I don't know if you've ever heard of a little place called Varlamore. It has like the Colosseum and stuff. This update is essentially Varlamore Part 3, and it's getting a massive expansion.
Nuh-uh.
There's gonna be a new quest, a new endgame boss that's unlike any other boss ever put into the game, and brand new endgame gear that comes from that boss. We've also got a
Huge.
gemstone crab boss, a fletching activity. You see all of this empty space on the map? That's not going to be blank anymore. And it may sound like a lot, but I'll make sure it's not overwhelming. So I've reserved the next, I don't know, let's just say the whole week. Like, I don't have anything going on. I'll play the whole week. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't most looking forward to the Doom of Macchiato. It's a new type of boss in the game. It's supposed to be really hard. Every time you kill it, it digs a level deeper, and you can choose to run away with your loot or keep pursuing it as it digs deeper and deeper, and things just keep getting harder.
That's pretty
and
cool.
harder. And you can follow him all the way down to a level of 8, where, by Jagix's words, it's supposed to be able to test even the best of players, and that's where the loot is going to be insane. We're not only going to try to kill it at level 8 today, but hopefully get insanely lucky on a rare drop on release day. That's the dream. And then, yeah, we'll check out the other cool stuff that's coming out, alright? Oh my god, the client loaded. We're in. We're
Huge.
in. Okay, there was a 1-hour delay on the update. I got about 4 hours of sleep, which is enough for today. My excitement will push me through today. That doesn't matter. Okay, we gotta do the quest.
Been there, done
We gotta
that.
do the quest. I started off by trying to complete the new quest, the Final Dawn. It's the last quest in the Varlamore saga as of right now, and to do the new boss, you have to complete it. Everyone was trying to do it as soon as they logged in, and it was honestly really fun to do a quest without a guide for the first time in years. Figuring out the puzzles and the boss fights made this a genuinely great time. It was a great quest. Oh, this is the end of the quest. We're done. Yes. Quest complete. Okay, we did it, guys. Free prayer experience. I want to fight the Doom. Where's the Doom? Show him to me. I bought a walking pad recently because I've been on my health grind and I kind of just wanted to walk while playing some RuneScape. And sticking with the theme of being on the health grind, today's sponsor is AG1. I've used AG1 for several years now because healthy habits are hard, and the simplest thing I've ever done to improve my health is AG1. If you've ever been a doubter, there's never been a larger set of cold hard facts backed by gold standard clinical trials to show the and with the next to help I can feel. And now back bottle of vitamin D. I can feel better about myself. You can try AG1 with my link in the description and you'll get the welcome kit, a free bottle of vitamin D3 and K2, and 5 free travel packs. Go give it a try. And now back Scimitar, but with a way better special attack. Might be a good early game. Basically a dragon scimitar, but with a way better aid for completing the final welcome kit, travel packs. Go give it a try. And now back to the video. You get this new Arcan Blade for completing the final Dawn quest, and it's basically a dragon scimitar, but with a way better special attack. Might be a good early game Iron Man weapon to rush. I decided to sacrifice my first ever attempt at the boss in order to monster examine him so I could help other people and myself find out what setup would be the best here. Okay, I was able to monster examine everything, so I'm gonna put it in our chat.
Nice, nice, nice.
I saw that he had a massive crush weakness and a high magic level, so things like the scythe on crush and the twisted bow would be really good here. Okay, scythe is actually melting this thing. Wow, the damage feels insane. Only thing is, it looks like the boss can melee you, but I'm sure there's a way around that. Okay, so this was in like the trailer. You have to spawn this orb to protect you from the slam. Okay, how the hell do I use this thing? Oh, good night. I was trying to reset his shield. Okay, wave 4, first try. Wait, guys, I have world record right now. 3 is the highest wave anyone has completed. We are on pace. I'm gonna try ranging next because it just seems so much easier to survive not in melee range. I'm definitely not gonna claim any loot unless I see a rare drop. We're just going as deep as we can. Nice, okay, I cleared 4 second try. Range seems to be the play. Okay, that's my bad. Oh, that's a new thing. The Macchiato Waystone. Oh my god, this place needs a teleport so bad. It literally takes like 3 minutes to run to this boss, guys. Oh, new mechanic. What is this? He's a car, bro. He's rolling around and chasing me.
He's chasing you?
Yes, he's a car. Protect me, orb. Protect me. All right, I killed the car. Wave 5 down. Oh, the wave 6 floor looks scary, bro. I don't want to be here. And good night. All right, 6 complete. Let's go. Oh, the prayers are a lot faster on 7. Oh, damn. I forgot to reset him. I needed to melee. Yeah, this boss has a lot of mechanics. I needed to go up there and reset him with a melee hit so he stops charging up and doesn't one-shot me. But at the same time, I needed to stop that larva from getting to him, and I needed to pray against all of his orb prayers. There's a lot going on. Yes, let's go, dude. 7 complete. Oh my god, I'm on my first 8. Triple larva spawn. There's 2! There's 2 boulders! Okay. We're fine. We're fine. No! Oh, good night. Died with like 5 brews there. The orb thing does feel very punishing. I feel like they're probably gonna change that, make it a little more lenient, because I can see a lot of people getting pissed at that. I got to delve 8 several more times over the next couple hours, and I just kept barely falling short. And it came to a point where the sleep deprivation was setting in. I actively felt like I was getting worse at the game, attempt after attempt. I took a 2-hour break, I napped, I drank some water, and then this happened on my 2nd attempt after coming back. Yes, 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 dude. I just needed to step away. I literally just needed to step away and take a break, dude. Yes, that was so close. The DPS came in for me there. I can take my loot or keep repeating level 8 as much as I want. I mean, you probably want more supplies if you plan to keep going, but I'll give it a shot. I'll go for level 9. Okay, not a great start. Okay, 0. Another 0. Oh my god, please just hit something. Oh my god, that was a full minute because the orbs just spawned. That was a minute where I just didn't do more than 100 damage. Oh my god, that was terrible luck. All right, it's fine. I'm happy I got my completion. There's around 800 completions in the world right now, and if you do the math on the high scores, it's around like 140, 150 players that are responsible for these completions. So yeah, the boss is hard. Like, it's pretty hard that only 150 at best people have done that by now. There's so many mechanics to think about. They're all pretty damn punishing on level 8, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how the meta evolves for this boss. But right now, it's pretty hard. If you're struggling, honestly, just take a nap. It'll work. While fighting the Doom, I was in a call with Sync, and I made him a deal. I told him I would do the boss until one of us got a rare drop. It's still day 1, so everything is ridiculously expensive, and there's 3 big ticket items you can get.
Okay, so we fixed our internet problems. I think that I need to take. He keeps talking about taking a break. I'm gonna take that as like some advice that I need to take a break. Like if I'm just being really real. For some reason, my audio is just not synced with the stream. This is odd. Sure. Okay, well I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna get you guys later. Bye bye. My name is kwolm. Bye bye.